that's just some of the things that are going on with Stampin' Up! Right now. And let's get to our class. And it comes out better than it goes back in. So today I'm going to use the Color and Contour stamp set, and it is on page 97 in your catalog, in your annual catalog. It's an older set, but I love it, and I haven't done that much with it, so that's why I am doing it now. Or I just, like I said, I wanted to get back into some summer and flowers and whatnot. So that's what we're going to use, and I'm not using them today, but there are some awesome dies that go with it. It's called scallop. Nope, that's not it. It's called scallop shapes or scallop contours, and they has some of the really cool frames that you see us use all the time. And of course, a couple for the flowers also, but I am not using the dies today. One thing I am using today, and I can't find my current one. You'll see what I mean. But I gotta find it. I never thought about looking for it before now. Okay, on page 149, we're going to use some masking paper today. And I have Stampin' Up! Masking paper. And do you think I can find my Stampin' Up! Masking paper? So we're going to use some. It works the same way. We're going to use some that I have that's a different brand. Because I can't find mine, and I didn't want to make you wait any longer for me to go live. So it's on page 149, and it's $7, and you get 12 sheets. I mean, it's okay. It's a pretty good deal, and you can reuse it. So that's what I'm using today. And like I said, this is a faux paper tearing technique. Faux paper technique. I don't know. There we go. I think I got it. So to start us off, we are going to, so this is a piece of the masking paper, and I cut it so it's 2.5 this way and 5. Well, I cut it so it would match my paper. So actually I didn't cut it. It's a little longer, which isn't a bad thing. So this is let me look at my measurements. 4 by 5 1/4, and so this is 2.5 by. Actually, this is not. This is 3 3/4 by 5. This is 2.5 by 5 1/4, which is going to be fine because it'll actually tack it down for me. I need to talk to people before I come live, and I haven't today. Or I need to sing really loudly or something. So I'm going to basically just take this and tear it right down the middle. And then I'm going to peel this off. This is the hard part. Separate. Oh, actually, it wasn't hard at all. Okay. Then I'm going to actually put this along the bottom and mask it. And I said it's not a bad deal because now I can kind of anchor it down on the edges. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And you can make this whatever size you want. You can only do one edge if you'd like, or you can do both edges. All right, so this is kind of going to mirror each other. Now I'm going to use a blending brush, and this one looks like it's kind of been abused. I don't know, that's the color I want. I'm going to just go with a, apparently I need to wash some of my brushes. So I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just going to give it kind of just a little light dusting of a color. And I have a block. I'm going to just pop some of that ink off. I don't want it to be too much. And then the problem with having it covered and anchored, it doesn't move. Then I'm just going to go ahead and just color a little background strip. And yes, this is coming up, but it's fine. Grab some of that off the block and just give it a little bit more. I am going to use some paper from the Hues of Happiness. Somebody asked me recently what if I start with the paper or if I start with, I didn't tap off my brush, look. If I start with the paper or if I start with stamp set or what I start with. And sometimes I start with the stamp set and sometimes I start with the paper. Today I started with the stamp set, so, and then I picked my colors. All right, I have a towel and I wiped that off. So I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to use some Melon Mambo because I love Melon Mambo. I don't know why, but I just do. And I'm going to make some pretty flowers. See, I store extra stuff that I have in here. This is one of those tags from the Scallop Contours. So whenever I have extra pieces, I put it in here. Put them in their cases or in with their dies. All right, I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to use a little Melon Mambo. I think it should be stamping okay. I've used this one before. I haven't used it as much as I wanted to. It's the story of my life. I have so many stamps and it's like, oh, I wanted to use that one more. So then I'm going to just go ahead and stamp rather randomly. And just pretend like I'm making this gorgeous picture. Normally I don't stamp on my mat, but I get a new mat every month. So, because I stick this down so good, it usually tortures it when I take it off. So I will get a new mat. And I'm going to give it even more dimension. And I'm going to get the inside piece of this one. I think. And I do need that scrap back. And what else am I going to use? I might use the leaf. And I'll use a 7 minute. All right, so I need another block. And I'm going to stamp off on this one. So it's this, and these aren't made to match up exactly. You could try. Let's see here. I don't know. Huh. Well, you could try, but I'm not going to. All right, I'm going to stamp off, stamp on, stamp off, and on. Just to give it a little bit lighter tone. Oh, and a warning, on the masking paper, the ink takes longer to dry. So, like right now, I could totally smudge right there on the masking paper. So, just be careful you don't do it on your project. I don't remember if I stamped this one off. I was talking. All right, so there's a little color. All right. And like I said, I am borrowing this technique from my friend Heidi. She is one of my Stampin' Cross Country people. And if you are interested in Stampin' Cross Country, we are getting ready to plan our next event, which will be at the end of September. So we have our first meeting about it this afternoon. Right, and I don't know if another leaf is going to work in there. All right, so that kind of looks like a glibbity globbity mess. But I think we're done. I think we might be done stamping except for the sentiment. So I hope this works because it says crafting with me. All right, so now we have this beautiful card front, but we're going to make it just a little bit rougher looking. I think a little more cool looking. So you just take the edge of your and then pull it off. And you can reuse this. Don't throw it away. Let it dry so you don't smudge it everywhere. So I kind of do like making the paper just a little bit larger. And then you have a torn edge. It makes it look like the paper was torn instead of just it being paper and ink. Now I could have made it a little rougher looking with the paper torn this way and that way, but I didn't, so this is what we're running with. I'm going to go ahead and use the Melon Mambo, and let's see here. I think I'm going to do thank you for everything. Oh, see, you could use one of these. You're absolutely amazing. Anyway, thank you for everything. I love this font. Love, love, love this font. Let me grab a block. Is this one gonna work? Sure, it'll work. Okay. I think it's going to be a warm one today. And I'm going to put this. Oh, I'm going to have my head in the way. I want to make sure it's on and not. There you go. So thank you for everything. So there's our card front. Now let's go ahead and put this together. I have a piece of Melon Mambo. And my bone folder's hiding. And I've got my paper cutter ridges that I'm famous for. All right. And I did take a piece of the Hues of Happiness, like I said. I'm not using the flowery side. I'm using, oh, it's that side. I'll tell you. I don't know. I'll show you. So this is the paper, but those aren't my flowers. So I'm using this. So it matches. And then we'll lay this down. And we'll have ourselves a beautiful little card to give to someone for a special occasion. You know what? That doesn't show much of that paper. So I think I might trim it down just a hair. So I'm going to go another quarter off. And another quarter off the top. That didn't sound good. It sounded kind of weird. See? Crafting away you go. So then this will go on here and see how it shows more of that pretty paper behind. Do you want another secret trick? So now we know where this is going to go. We can take this, and if you have a paper cutter like a Stampin' Up! Paper cutter, I can go in, well, let's say 3/4. No. Let's go. Is that going to go in a 1/2 inch? No. So I can go in about, I'm going to go a little over 1/2 inch. Drop my blade, cut, pick it up. This is if you are a paper miser and you want to get the most paper for the most use out of your paper for your money. So a little over 1/2 inch is what I'm doing. And I'm going to drop the blade down. If you have a frame die and you want to use it, you could also drop a frame in the middle of this and cut out the center that way. Did I get it? Not quite. So there's that. I got one little corner up here. Oh, there we go. So I cut the center out. So this is a piece that we can use for a different project. And now we have this frame. We could actually frame it this way if we wanted, but I didn't plan the words that way, so we're not going there. All right, so now I'm going to add the glue to this. And I see where this glue, if you want to order it this weekend, they're out of it at Stampin' Up, but it will be back in stock on Monday, I believe. So if you are interested in that. All right, then I'm going to line this up. And I think it's all lined up. And then we can add that on top and nobody knows that the center is missing. Ta-da! Yes. Kind of fancy that way. I'm going to go ahead and use the multi-purpose glue again. Just kind of go around my edge and a little blip in the middle. So there you have it. Stamp ink and paper. Not a lot more there. And the torn paper, the faux torn paper technique. There we go. I said it. And I should have maybe made my tears a little more exaggerated, but it works. It looks like that beautiful paper is popping out from behind. I wonder what kind of bling we could put on it. Because, you know, a girl's got to have a little bling every once in a while, right? So that, let's see here. Maybe, no. Maybe we aren't going to have any bling. Maybe like pinkish or something. Ooh, that'll work. The iridescent rhinestones, those might work. Or have some little pearl hearts. Or, oh, those will work. See, if you dig deep enough in the bucket, you finally find what you want. So I'm going to set that aside. And I'm kind of leaning towards these. So we'll keep it pinky. Pinkish. Pinky. All right. I'm going to put them in the center. And ta-da! And then we're going to do just a little bit more on it. So just add a little extra bling. And then we have the inside, and I have a paper ready to go for that. And I think what I'll just do is ink up the flower, put it on the edge. And let's see here. Thank you for everything. You're absolutely amazing. We're going to go there. And I've used this stamp a little. Can you tell? It's a little stained, the color. And we'll get another one of these. It's upside down. I do not want to stamp upside down. Well, actually, right now it wouldn't make much difference, would it? I can just flip the paper around. So let's check this one out. There we go. All right. there we go. Close this up. And I have an announcement to make. I have used red, pink, and I still don't have any on me. But maybe I'll do an envelope and fix that, right? All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and add some more glue. That's kind of a crazy ride around with the glue. And I had a hint from somebody the other day. I can't remember who it was. So if it's you, let me know and I'll make sure you get credit for it. But somebody said that when you're stamping your envelopes, because you're never supposed to send envelopes naked, right? When you're stamping your envelopes, don't put like happy birthday or congratulations or anything like that, because people who like to steal things from the mail look for things like that. That's a big clue that there might be some kind of present inside. But I can't imagine just a generic flower on the outside is going to do. Hopefully won't encourage a whole lot of thievery. And on my cards, more often than not, they'd be sadly disappointed. They're usually just a card. Handmade with love. So there you have it. There is my card and envelope ready to go out for a very nice thank you. So try this technique. You can use Post-it notes. You don't have to have the adhesive, the mask paper. You can use it with Post-it notes.